Hello! Back at North Lhant Road. What a time it's been. This is only at rank 5, huh? I think it maxes at like 10. I don't like the amount of Elith I have right now. I would like to have more Elith, please, or less. I'll take it either way. I think it's faster to go down this way. It's where the marker is pointing me anyway, actually. Skip. Nope. I wonder where in the seaside cavern this hidden flying machine could be. Could it maybe be in that one room we saw once that had a giant rock wall that clearly had an indent in it that looked like it was movable? I wonder.
Here we go.
Good. It looks like she's finally asleep. Do you remember the last time the three of us came here? I didn't want to believe that strange girl was really Sophie. You were so sure. And I was convinced you were just trying to flee from the reality of what had actually happened.
That's harsh, but also true.
Hey, Asbel, let me help you. I'll carry Sophie this time around.
Are you sure? She looks tiny, but she's actually pretty heavy.
Don't worry, I can do it. 1, 2, 3. Oh, Ish. Wow, she is a lot heavier than she looks.
I told you, right? Here, let me take her.
No, I said I'll do it. And I want to be close to her right now.
Deathglow algae. Oh my goodness, it's the giant part of the wall that totally looks unnatural. I never would have guessed. It is so slow at opening. Imagine Asbel and Sherry and Sophie had actually just like stumbled in here at the start of the game.
I can't believe this was here all this time.
This ship will take us to Fodra? I can't imagine how it would even fly.
Oh, so that's it.
Can you make it work?
Hold on, I'm getting there. It's working.
Oh, that's nothing. We're just getting started here. Let me see. So if the shuttle actually works, we're gonna need... Wow, okay. We've got 2 zappy heat ray cannons, one in Strata and one in Fendel. They're designed to fire simultaneously and focus on a single point in the aquasphere. Oh man, this is crazy cool!
How can we use the cannons if they're in 2 separate countries?
I think we can control them from here. Looks like we can adjust the angles and everything. Oh, nuts.
That delivery was great.
Is something wrong?
Well, the cannon in Strata is fine, but the one in Fendel is busted or something.
Of course it is.
Always Fendel.
Yeah, it's not responding. I'm gonna have to go there and see if I can figure it out. But then... Assuming everything else works, the shuttle is piloted remotely, so we need someone to stay here and fly it.
Is that something one of us can do?
Maybe me, but yeah, I don't know. You need real technical know-how to pull it off. I'd ask my sister, but I don't think she's talking to me right now. Anyway, we can worry about that later. I'll ask the overseer or something if it comes to it. Right now, we should focus on getting to Fendel so I can fix the cannon. It's in a facility on the far side of Fendel Mountain Pass, up near Velenik.
Right. Let's get moving.
Let's go. It is gonna be so nice when we have this ship working, because then you don't have to bother with ports or anymore in the game. We just get like your classic JRPG late game like flying travel that like, you know, 85% of JRPGs have.
Oh, we got a message from Poisson. Let's see here. Oh, yuck. She says the monsters from that cocoon are causing all kinds of trouble. They've ordered all civilian ships to stop sailing into or out of Fendel.
Sounds like we'd better hurry.
Right. Let me just do a little tappa-ka-chunk here. Okay. Bon voyage!
What was that?
Richard's monsters, I imagine.
They were headed toward Lhant.
No.
We should get to Lhant immediately. They'll need our help.
Come on, let's move.
It's time to get schmoovin'. You know, I actually think it would be faster to go up and around instead of going through the seaside cavern further to get back over to Lhant. I'm significantly confident that this will be slightly faster. And I do mean slightly. Everyone's clothes are soaked, by the way. This is going to be miserable running back to Lhant while dripping wet. Think of everyone's socks. Think of how much Hubert will complain about Sharia's outfit. He already thinks the skirt is too short, and now she's going to be soaking wet. He'll be so disappointed. Oh man, Richard, a lot of these monsters just hanging around, huh? Don't worry, Lhant, I'm on my way. Slowly but surely. You know what? You want to fight?
We will survive.
We will survive.
You won't live to regret this.
Guys, I killed like 5 level 3 enemies. You guys couldn't beat one enemy that's actually at our level in that time? Come on, guys. Phantom Pulse Master. I'm going to continue to use Phantom Pulse a lot because it's like my favorite A art in this game, but that is sick to see. What do I get from it? Heavy users of Phantom Pulse. How many? I need to see how many uses that took. Hold circle while taking damage, counter chance low. Wild. Physical attack up, and then it just buffs Phantom Pulse more. Critical rate up, chance of 1 CC recovery. Pretty good. How many times did I use Phantom Pulse to get that? 400 exactly, okay. Well, Bestial Roar were actually not that. I need to use Bestial Roar more. Only 97 more uses to get the Master thing for Bestial Roar. I haven't gotten the Master thing for these 2cc ones, so it must be a higher threshold for those. These probably need like 200 or 300 because it takes so long to use them. I think about 80 is when I got the Adept thing for Dragon Charge and Burial Blade. 400. Dual Impact and Wolfwind Fang are like super far away from that. Bestial Roar is like doable though. Like I can go out of my way to try and make that one happen. If it only needs like 97 more, whatever it was. Why is that one guard just standing there when there are evil monsters attacking Lhant? Like, come on, bro. What the heck, man? No skip.
You get everyone else inside. But Bailey, look out! My lord!
They've got us trapped.
I must protect. I have to.
Sophie nukes the entire town. Millions dead.
Yeah! They did it! Asbel's men defeated the monsters!
Sophie, you okay?
Hold on.
Thank you, Asbel. You helped save us all. It's hard to believe that a tiny girl like her could do all that. Please get her back to the manor, so she can get some rest. I'll take care of things around here.
Alright, I'm on it. Make sure to tell Hubert how hard I fought. Okay. Yeah, Lhant has definitely seen better days, my dudes.
Asbel, Hubert, I'm so glad you're safe.
I'm gonna be honest, I did not think that their mother had any more voiced lines in this game. I kind of forgot that she was still alive for a little bit there.
You've been gone for so long, I was worried I might never see you again.
I'm sorry for the concern, Mom. We'll explain everything later. Frederick, could you please get a room ready? Sophie needs to rest.
Your own room is already prepared, Master Asbel. Would that be acceptable?
It's fine. Thank you, Frederick.
Alright. Welcome home, young master. Good afternoon. Would I like to rest indeed? You got any requests for me? Pudding? Have I made pudding before? We can worry about that later. We'll worry about the pudding some other time.
Monsters. Run, everyone.
She's having nightmares.
Even in her dreams, she tries to protect us. Makes me feel kind of lame.
Come in.
I apologize for intruding at such a time, young masters. Bailey is downstairs and wishes to speak with you right away. I asked him to wait in the study for now. Should I send him away?
No, that's fine. We'll be right down. Keep an eye on Sophie, all right? We'll be right back.
The party is disbanded. No. All friendship ruined. Isn't there a, it might be later actually. I remember there's like a cutscene moment with Hubert and Asbel about the portrait.
I swore long ago that I would be the one to protect everyone. But once again, Sophie was the one who saved us.
It has been very difficult seeing Lhant turned into a battleground once more.
I try and I try, but what if I never find the strength to protect those most important to me?
How much more must we endure before we reach the ideals we strive for?
How much indeed?
You and your companions saved the people of Lhant. We are in your debt. And Asbel, you saved my life. Thank you.
Any of us would have done the same.
How is your friend doing?
She's resting, but she's not feeling well.
That poor girl. She's suffering for helping us.
No, she's been in failing health for a while now. It's nothing new, but thank you for your concern.
Will you stay in Lhant?
Unfortunately, no. We have pressing business elsewhere. We have to save Sophie, and Richard too.
I see.
We have a long road ahead of us to make that happen. I trust you'll take care of things while we're gone.
Asbel, perhaps I have misjudged you.
Thanks, Bailey.
If you'll excuse me, I'll be going now.
What the heck is Raymond doing here? There's one thing I wanted to ask you. No, never mind. Now is not the time. Isn't there a locked chest in here? Yeah, did I ever open this? What's the password to this one? Hey, do you know the password? Glad you and Bailey got over that little misunderstanding. Lady Carrie is quite pleased as well. I keep forgetting that Lady Carrie exists. Oh, there's nothing there. Never mind. Is it like on his desk? No. What the heck is the hint for this one? Must be somewhere else. Maybe it's up in his room, in Aston's old room. I kind of wish that all of the locked chest passwords were like in the same room or like on the same screen. Oh, this cutscene. This is what I was thinking of.
Dad.
You're thinking. This worries me.
Oh man, I remember making the joke when we played this like 2 years ago about how this is me to Shroom all the time. This is also me to RTK all the time.
I'm thinking about our father.
And how much of a loser he was. He really dropped the ball.
About how I rebelled against his authority. About how I left.
Well, maybe if he had, like, you know, tried changing up his parenting strategy a little bit when he realized that you were willing to run away for 7 years, then he could have avoided that.
I thought that becoming a knight was all I needed to protect the people I loved. But I was wrong. It wasn't enough. I wasn't ready to be the Lord of Lhant. It was just a title they hung around my neck. What thoughts did Dad have as he lived and died as the Lord of Lhant?
You're a lot like your father was.
Mom?
I hope he's a better dad.
He spent all of his time worrying about us and wondering if he was doing the right thing.
So like they really do try and paint Aston as just like he always cared about you and all, and there's definitely like, and I'm totally fine with the trope of like, oh, the dad is like, you know, he's really hard on the kids, but he really cares about them, and yeah, that's a good thing for a dad to be at times for sure. But hear me out. When your son runs away from a home at the age of 11, and you don't go and get him back for 7 years, I'm sorry, you're just not a good dad. If Aston was really wondering if he was doing the right thing or not, let me tell you, when his son ran away from home for several years, he should have been, his wondering should have concluded in, wow, I really wasn't doing the right thing. I should go find Asbel and try a different angle. He just wasn't a very good dad at the end of the day.
But he hid that concern behind a mask of strength and discipline. When the two of you left, he thought of almost nothing else. And he worried that his decisions, no matter how well-intentioned, had caused you both to suffer.
There's no amount of worrying needed. They did. They literally did. And he had the opportunity to go find it. There wasn't much he could do for Hubert because he literally sold him, which is insane. But he had the opportunity for 7 years to go find Asbel and try and rectify things. And he was just like, nah. Bad dad.
It's hard to imagine him thinking like that.
Feelings were never your father's strong suit. He was never able to express how much he loved you both, and it frustrated him to no end.
Dude, listen. There's like no universe where you can convince me that Aston like actually truly loved Hubert and then sold him to another country. You simply cannot convince me of this. Did he have affection for Hubert? Sure. Did he like care about him? Maybe. Did he like truly love him? There's the whole like if you love something let it go thing. That loving something and letting it go is so far removed from, hey, if you really love your son, sell him to a foreign nation. Does it ever really say that he sold him or did he just give him up? It doesn't matter because it's the same thing either way. I would actually go so far as to say that I doubt that Aston got any monetary return for giving Hubert to Oswell. Like, I don't think that he actually sold him. Like, in terms of like, hey, give me $50, I'll give you a kid. But it doesn't matter. Either way, he gave his son to a foreign guy to go raise him instead because he was like, I don't really want them to like maybe argue over who gets to be in charge when they turn 18. It's stupid. He's a bad dad. He's a terrible dad.
I know the two of you are going through a lot right now. But what matters is that you keep trying to do what you believe is right. Your father used to say that. He raised you well, whether you realize it or not. And his spirit will help you in the dark days to come.
I mean, he only half raised Hubert because he gave him to a foreign person to raise him for the rest, like, half of his life. Like, I don't know what the most formative years for a child are, but I would reckon that Hubert was like 10, right? I would imagine that your father probably has the most influence over their son when their son is like 12 to 16, I would think. I don't actually know the statistic, though. Maybe it really is like, nah, when you're like 7 to 9 is when it's most formative. But I don't know. I feel like a young man going into puberty and whatnot and being a teenage boy, I feel like that's when your father probably has the most influence over you, would be my guess. But I have no actual statistic or study to back that up. Just vibes.
Just remember, whatever path you take, I will always be here for you. And if your father were here, he would say the same.
Mom, thank you.
Yeah, whatever. I think that we're gonna wrap up here for today, actually, and then when we come back next time, we'll get to go to Fodra and do a ton of stuff in Fodra. Like, I think this is a really good, like, little stop point. And I have some work to get done tonight, so it works out really well for me. But yeah. For those of you watching on YouTube, I hope you enjoyed. If you want to catch streams live, link to my Twitch channel in the description. I'd love to see you there. Or keep watching on YouTube. I appreciate the support either way. And until next time, farewell.